Hello, I'm
안녕하십니까?
Dr. Kim Kyung-won of the Doctor's Tip Easy Hands-On today. After looking at 485 kit last time, I'm going to talk to you about 1485 kit. The 1485 kit is coming together of 485 kit with the one guide system, and this can be used for short implant as well as the standard implant placement. So characteristics of 1485 kit is that same as in one guide system, it can be used in placing the fixture in more precise location, direction, and depth. So virtually you do surgical planning by computer and you can use that for placing the implant. And using the digital guided surgery system for short implant to 4 to 8.5 millimeters of implant can be placed with this kit. So this 1485 kit, as you can see here, on the lower molar side, if the remaining bone height is very low, then without damaging the important bone in this area, you can use this digital guided system for a safer implant placement. So in 1485 kit, the 1485 drill is the drill tip does not have wide dimension. It has rounded edge design. So it has the same design concept as cast drill. So this is done to minimize damage of inferior alveolar nerve. So for this kit's template specification, it's the same as the one guide system of Osstem. This means that it's metal sleeveless type and basically it's closed hole design. Now, if you want, of course, you can also use and opt for metal sleeve. Guide hole size-wise, as in one guide system, 4.0 and 4.5 placement, you have 5.1 regular hole, and for placing 5.0 of wide implant placement, you have 5.8 diameter hole. And again, basically it's closed type, but on the lower molar side, if the opening is not sufficient or challenging, then you can use also the open type. In this kit drill, concept-wise, as I said, you have the regular hole size where you place 5.0 and 4.5 implants, and using wide hole in the 5.8 you can place 5.0 fixture, and the guide barrel here is 1 millimeter less than the hole side, so you have 5.0 and 5.7. Now let's look at the component of this kit. This comes with drilling tool, fixture installation tool, and also other tools. First, tissue punch. This tissue punch is the same as the one guide system. So it comes for the regular hole and also wide hole. And flattening drill, same for regular hole and also for wide hole. And again, flattening drilling barrel, it's 1 millimeter less than the hole. So it's in 5.0 and 5.7 in diameter. So if there's inclined ridge and where double contact concept is tricky, then you can use this for easy flattening. Next, in the 1485 drill, you have 2.2 twist drill, which you use as initial drill. And this 2.2 twist drill is a bit different. So basic twist drill has length, as you can see, but here its length is shorter by 1 millimeters. So if you include the wide dimension, then for example, if you drill 7 millimeters, then you will come short by 0.4 millimeters. So if you use 7 millimeter design, then 1485 twist drill, you drill up to 6.6 millimeters, meaning 0.4 millimeters short than the next drill. This, as explained in 485 drill, in the important balls on the lower molar side, just to prevent damaging using wide dimension. So we made it less by design to be short by 1 millimeters. So in the regular hole, 4.0 and 4.5 fixtures are placed. You have 7 to 8.5 millimeter drill. For extra short, you can use 6 millimeters, and for the wide hole, extra short, 4 millimeters can be placed. So drill size comes from 4 to 8.5 millimeters. And barrel size the same, 1 millimeter short, 5.0 and 5.7. So like this, as was explained in short implant with 485 kit, in 1485 kit, you have diameter of 4.0 and 4.5. Then basically, for normal implant, the shortest is 7 millimeters in design. So using 1485, you can place 7 and 8.5 millimeter fixture, and for extra short, 4.5 millimeters or less, you cannot use implant that is less than 7 millimeters. So you have 1 millimeter bevel with extra short, so you can go up to 6 millimeters. So for diameter of 5.0, we have short millimeter 6 millimeter implant. Of course, normal, we also have 7 to 8.5 millimeters, but 6 millimeters on the top, you again have barrel, so that extra short 4 to 5 millimeter implant can be placed. So basically, in using 1485 kit, these are the lengths of the implant that you can place. Now, this is the pilot drill. For 485 drill, as I explained, after 2.2 twist drill, to use the 485 drill that is in line with the fixture side, as there's no wide dimension, you end up making it a bit thick. So you put in an intermediate step drill. This pilot drill is used as intermediate step. Again, it comes in regular and wide holes, and for the regular hole, 6 millimeter implant can be placed. So in the regular hole, pilot drill is in 6 millimeter drill, and for wide hole, you can place also 4 millimeter implant. So it comes in 4 and 6 millimeters for the wide version. So you can use a pilot drill for a regular implant 6 meters, but for the extra short implant placement, wide 4 millimeter can be used. Next is 1485 drill, which is the most important drill in this kit. As was explained, it doesn't have wide dimension. So this is for more safe and precise drilling depth, which is very important for the lower molar side, because that helps you to making any damage to important bones here. So regular size is this, and for the wide size, for the wide hole, from 4, you have up to 8.5 millimeter drills. And as in one guide system, for regular hole, it's in white color. Wide hole is gold coated, so you can easily, with colors, distinguish between regular hole and wide hole. And we also have hard drill in this 1485 drill. Now 4.5 fixture placement, you want to do that, but the bone is too hard. Then basically want to do taper drill, you go one step wider. But here, regular hole 5.5 is the widest in diameter. So if you go 5.0, the hole size will be different. So in this 1485 drill, for hard drill, for diameter 4.5, you have hard drill which can be used for one step wider drilling. And for 5-point wide hard drill, can be used for hard bone, a fixture of 5.0. So you can kind of over drill and go one step wider and prevent putting too much torque. Now it's the no mount driver. Basically same as the one guide system, meaning that like this, in the fixture, as a no mount, you can connect for fixture installation. So for no mount driver diameter, compared to the drill you have seen, less by 1 millimeter. So barrel size, you have like this. So for regular hole and wide hole, it's marked in yellow, and then you have the black laser mark line. And that's a bit different in terms of position of the line, regular and wide hole. So I'll explain about that a bit later. But using this no mount driver, doing one guide system surgery to prevent jamming with engine, you only go up to 80%, and then you use the fixture driver. And so next step is using the fixture driver. And for a fixture driver, again, you have regular hole and wide hole. Again, as it's less in size than no mount driver. So for regular hole, barrel size 4.7 and wide hole is 5.4. So in placing implant, you will not have jamming. And as you can see here, as in no mount driver, fixture driver, you have the yellow marking as well as the black line marking. And here, it's top 1 millimeter for regular, and wide hole has on the lower side the marking. So the marking position is again different, which I'll explain a bit later. Hole. So for regular hole, you have yellow marked and also black laser mark line. So this means that when you use one guide system, the guide template top side, no mount driver needs to fit in there for depth control. But for normal 8.5 and 7 millimeter fixtures, same as one guide drill system, so you can stop at the top. But for 7 millimeters, you also have extra short. So fixture screws is 6 millimeters and it has on top of the 1 millimeter barrel. So you can, in case you played a bit short implant, then the top of the fixture is not available visibly. So because of the guide template. So if you match to the bottom line of the slide, then implant will not go into 7 but 6 millimeters. That's how it's designed, and that's how this black line can be used. For wide hole, as I told you, the black line is on the bottom part. This is because in the wide hole, if you place short 6 millimeter implant, then like in the one guide system, you can stop at the top. But for extra short 5 millimeters, where 1 millimeter of the barrel is protruding of a bone, then the laser marked black line at the bottom, and you match to the top line of this black line, then you have a room of 1.2 millimeters, so you can safely go up to 5 millimeters. If extra short 4 millimeter is placed, then the fixture driver's laser mark, if you go to the bottom part of the black line, then 2 millimeters of the fixture will be available up to the bone, so you you can place depth of 4 millimeters. So in this kit, for regular hand wide hole, using this black line accurately is important to place implant to the depth that you need, and that is possible by design. So as the top of the implant is not visible because of the template, so if you use this laser mark line, then you can control the depth and also do hexa control, and that is how this system is designed. Now this is the drilling sequence for this kit. Basically, for the normal bore and hard bore, for the normal, you use 2.2 twist drill, and then before using the 4.0, you use as intermediate step pilot drill. If the bone is too hard, then you go one up, 4.5, and if case 5.5, then there's no one size bigger drill, so use 4.5 hard drill, and for 5.0 same. The 5.0 wide hole hard can be used to safely place implant for hard bone also, while also obtaining optimal torque. Now is easy hands-on, and through this hands-on practice, you will be able to gain understanding on the characteristics and components of the kit, especially what this laser marked line represents. So you can see how that is used in the clinical setting, and using 1485 kit, which is coming together of 485 kit and one guide system, you will see how we can use this for implant placing short and extra short implants. So this is the case we'll be practicing. It's missing of these two teeth, and one guide system is our all closed hole type, and number 35 regular hole size TS3 4.5 by 7 millimeter implant will be placed, and number 36 wide hole TS3 5.0 5 millimeter extra short implant will be installed. So in using fixture driver, how you need to do depth control and how to use the laser mark line again can be checked in the hands-on practice. So I'll see you in hands-on practice. So let's start the hands-on practice for 1485 kit. Again, it's two teeth missing case. For number 35, TS3 4.5 7 millimeter implant will be placed, and number 36 will place TS3 5.0 5 millimeter extra short implant using the 1485 kit system. And like this, you place the one guide template first, and as you can see, you make sure that the teeth are exposed so that the template is in place. And now I'll remove gingiva using tissue punch on number 35. So this is tissue punch for regular bone. Next, for number 36, wide type, tissue punch will be used in removing gingiva. So, you remove the template to make sure that the gingiva has all been removed. Now, you'll see that it's all been removed. Again, put the template in place. and the M2.2 twist drill will be used. This will be, as we are placing 7mm implant, 7mm twist drill will be used. As explained, in this twist drill, the drill itself is 6mm, and including Y dimension, 6.6mm will be the drilling depth. In the regular hole, 7mm drill will be used. Again, using the pumping motion to reduce any heat being generated. And then, before going to final drill, 6mm pilot drill will be used first. So you connect. Pilot drill goes in and drilled. Fixture 4.5 will be used, so 7mm 1485 drill will be used. So using this drill, so as you can see, after initial drill, with just 2 drilling, all the drilling is complete. Now we change to placement mode, and I select no mount driver regular type. So again, check that it's in the placement or installation mode. As you can see, diameter 4.57mm drill has been chosen. There is a black line here, and you can put in full because we are going up to 7mm. So again, that it's in the installation mode, and start. And with engine, you go only up to 80% of the placement. And no mount driver is removed. And then you use fixture driver. Fixture driver, here, the black line, laser mark line exists. So we are placing 7mm fixture, so you can go all the way to the top of here. But if you're placing extra short 6mm implant, then you can go to the bottom of this black line, laser marked line. So you now use the fixture driver. Place it, and using the hand wrench, you position it to final position, and you check that slot is correct. The laser mark top line needs to be in sync with the top of the template. So it's placed, and final torque is more than 30 Newton. So number 35 implant is placed. Now we'll go to number 36, 5.0 5mm implant. So we use wide hole, and in 1485 kit we did tissue punch. So we will now opt for 5mm drill. So 2.2 twist drill, wide barrel 5mm drill will be used. So as I said, it's 5mm, meaning the drill length is 4.6mm because the Y dimension is 0.6. So you actually drill 4.6 in depth. In wide hole, as I explained, there are 2 pilot drills, 4 and 6, and this 5mm, so we use 4mm pilot drill. $4mm pilot drill. So to minimize heat generation, you do pumping, and then we use 5 millimeter drill in 5 millimeter diameter. And it's drilled, and no mount driver wide type is now selected, and no mount drive wide barrel like this has a yellow marking, and on the bottom of that you have the black laser marked line. So in putting 6mm fixture, you can go all the way to top here, and the top of the black line you can place 5mm fixture, and you have 1mm barrel exposed, and use it for 4mm placement. You go to the bottom of the black line so that the barrel of 2mm will be on top. So TS3 5.0, length 5mm implant. So 1mm of the barrel will be remaining on top, and of the 6mm will place 5mm fixture. So top of the laser mark line is where you need to go in terms of placement. Again, check that it's in the installation mode. And same with engine, you place up to 80% of the implant, and fixture drivers wide type is selected, and wide type laser mark line is at the bottom part. So 6mm placement top line, 5mm medium, and 4mm the bottom of the line. So for 5mm you go top of the black line. And fixture driver is placed using hand wrench. So again, you have to go top of the laser marked line. So you have to use the yellow to fit in the position. So the hexa is correct. And with that, final placement is complete. Now, all the fixture is installed. A one guide template is now removed. And in the clinical setting, as we have to place 2 implants, cover screw, or healing abutment, if you place that, then it's all complete. But given that we have placed extra short implant today, we'll open it up to check with our eyes the depth of the implant. So we open it up, open the flap, and see the depth of the implant that we placed. So like this, number 30 here, we put the implant right at the top of the bone, and this is 5mm implant. So on top of the bone, 1mm of the barrel is visible. So using 1485 kit, we placed the fixture in the precise location, depth, and direction. So let's see what kind of question we have received. First question is that, can you drill in full length in 1485, unlike 485? So last time in 485 kit implant placement, we didn't go full length, but only at the bottom of the laser mark line. So using that, we controlled the placement depth. And I think he was thinking of that in asking this question. So for 1485, on the computer using CT, implant depth and other things can be virtually controlled and simulated. And in 1485, we have one guide surgical stent, so depth can be controlled. So as we have the surgical stent here, you can control the depth, hence full drilling is possible to be in sync with the template. So as everything is automatically adjusted. Next question. The pilot drill. In pilot drill, you have 4 mm only in wide hole. Why not in regular hole? Well, in regular hole, the implant diameter that you place is 4.0 and also 4.5. So for 4.5 implant, basically the implant length is all 7 mm or above. So you don't need 4 mm pilot drill. You need 6 mm pilot drill for placement, because in case 4.5, extra short implant fixture length is 6 mm, but screw only goes up to 6 mm. So you only have 6 mm pilot drill. But for the wide hole, the length of the implant has also 4 or 5 mm or below 6 mm. So for 6 mm implant, you can use the 6 mm pilot drill. But for 4 or 5 mm implant placement, you need to adjust the length. So you use the 4 mm pilot drill. So for extra short implant, 4 or 5 mm implant placement, please use 4 mm pilot drill. I hope that answered your questions. Now, 1485 kit allows you to simulate the surgery plan on computer beforehand, so you can safely and more easily place short implant. Thank you for your attention.
이상 경청해 주셔서 감사합니다.